Good morning, traders. It is 8:03 a.m. Chicago time on Friday, the 16th of July, 2021. A quick mic check. I am actually working from home today, so a different setup just to make sure that I'm not blowing out your speakers and I'm not too faint. So let me know how I'm coming across. Happy Friday, everybody. This is episode number 2035. Derivatives trading is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. So, diving right into it this morning, we've had a market that's been ripping up. This is the pre-market summary sheet. Why is it cut off? Not really. Oh, it's not cut off. Okay, good. This is the pre-market summary sheet from Convergent Trading. Again, you can get this directly on Twitter about 15 minutes ago by going to twitter.com/conv trading and following. Right now, the S&P has added more volume. We have a very weak high at the top, 197,000 contracts on 26.5 points of range, which is above the 252-day mean of 23 points. That's where we stand this morning. We have a mixed market. We actually had a mixed market 15 minutes ago, and then it rallied from the 4360 area in the S&Ps, and across the board, it has rallied and taken off a little bit. The Russell showing a lot of strength, up 21 points. 21 points or 0.97% leading the pack, with the Euro stocks and the FDAX down or unchanged on the day. The S&P up 12.5 points or 0.29%. 0.29%. And that's where we stand. So what's ahead? What's the market looking at? We have a surge in COVID-19 numbers, which may be attributed to the Delta variant. There's some concern that this thing is spreading and it may cause some knock-on effects. The U.S. inflation pressure continues. We also have earnings continuing. The key players today in terms of earnings, there aren't any major players on my list, but we have Charles Schwab and State Street as the key players today. So that's what we've got so far. Bitcoin just flirting with that $30,000 support, and Ether is staying below $2,000. We're seeing Doge also attacking its lows of about 17 cents, 16, 17 cents. So it looks like a continuation play to the downside for crypto. Here's what was expected yesterday. Yesterday, the primary scenario was for a push towards the 70, very important, expecting it to get entangled in the 58 area, and then expected it to push down into 40, and potentially 20 is the extended target if we do push down. But yesterday's primary play, if you were here, was around the idea that we are likely to continue lower and repair some of the structure below, which is basically what we got with a rally into the close. Here's what things looked like yesterday in our review segment. So we open up in an open auction, ping pong around, pull back, push into mid and VWAP, and then we break down into 43.45, again missing that 40 level, pulls back to mid VWAP again. And I haven't been talking about the mid VWAP in real time in the Convergent Head Trader channel because the market has been trading from the outside in, and I generally do not want to be trading from the inside out, which is what a mid trade is. But yesterday, it was really on point. Puts in a higher low, breaks through to the other side, pushes to the full session mid, pulls back to the RTH mid. So we're ping ponging between full session and RTH levels. Pulls back to the tick to the RTH mid, which is at the mid-century figure of 43.50, 51, and then it puts in a top. And this top here is incomplete, in my opinion. One second. This top here comes across as incomplete. Look at this thing. It's zippered for a little bit, putting in a local double top, and then it broke down, leaving us with an unfinished or incomplete high, in my opinion. Again, starts to chop around. This is the difficult stuff in here, and then we finally break down through the IB low, and then finish with a normal variation day where most of the bulk of the value, the bulk of the trading was done inside of the IB. This action below 43.45 is clear rejection of the prices below. So again, the main target down below was 43.40, and the extended target was 43.20. Was 43.20, and the market has tested down below that 43.40 and came right back into the 43.50 and finished at 43.50. So with yesterday's point of control at 43.50, 175. So what this has done is balance, test, fail to hold. So we end up with a kind of an inverted head and shoulder formation, and then hold balance. And so this tells us that there's a high probability, unless it pulls back and takes that out overnight, then the next rotation is likely to take us back up to where? To the MC point of control, 43.71, 43.71, and that's what's expected today. We're currently trading at 43.64. This is just common sense rotational play on the auction. This is how an auction is supposed to work. So the delta followed price yesterday, so a nice little confirmation there. Going from that into today's session, we have a market that had pulled back. So you could see on the half hour, see these bars here? This is what V bottoms tend to look like. This is a V bottom, that's a V bottom. This is what they tend to look like, and if you look closely, it tends not to come back once it does that. It does that kind of test, and that bottom stays intact for a while, barring news. So we've had a lot of releases this week that have played into the market valuation, but overall, I'm not expecting this low to be tested anytime soon. Expect this to be a short-term swing low, and I'm expecting this to push again to that MC point of control 43.71, and that's the key play for today. So the delta's relatively strong this morning. We're above the prior RTH high. We still have the prior full session high above us at 70 and a quarter. Again, 70, 71, an important area. And so we're opening out of range, out of yesterday's range, inside of yesterday's balance, well inside of Wednesday's trading balance, well inside of Tuesday's trading balance. So what this market has done is it has tested below, found buying interest, and is coming back to the middle. So keep that in mind as you're trading today, because that's going to have an impact. I'm going to just shift gears here and a quick pivot and do our "Where Are You Located" Fridays segment. Please type in where you're located, type in your city, state, province, country, but I'm also going to ask you to type in, in addition to that, your Twitter handle. If you have a Twitter account or some other place, public place that you'd like to be reached, for those of you who are around you who want to reach you, don't go through me. Don't send me emails anymore. We have not been able to match anybody because one person sends and the other person does not. But go ahead and put city, state slash province, country, whatever you think is relevant, plus your Twitter handle or Instagram or whatever you use, if you're open to having other traders reach out to you. And if you see someone who's nearby, then drop them a note. Just to do a reply to them on Twitter so you can be in touch directly. We love to connect people. That's what Convergence about. That's what EdgeClear is about. And this is a chance for us to do that. So let's take a look at what's expected for today. Starting up our stock zones here. Okay, so again, keep punching in your where you're located, your Twitter handle, um, and hopefully we can help you connect with other traders. I think community is extremely important for trading. It's one of the key advantages to prop trading is community and accountability. So we're hoping to facilitate that a little bit here. Okay, so again, look at where we are. There's immediate balance above right here. Okay, and we are pushing back into it. There's the key 71 area right there. Okay, and then below us, this 53. So let's put our key areas below, and then below that we have 42 now, and then we're down to, if it breaks down, then we're down into the 43 26 gap, and then the next big area up is that all-time high. So the all-time high I'm going to describe as 82, 82 to 84. There's a lot going on up there. Okay, we're coming in. This is a clear uptrend channel. We're coming into this. We're opening in an open in a gap up. Gap rules apply. The expectation is an open auction that responds back into yesterday's high. So a pullback to 60 right here, looking for a 60 test. We're going to watch carefully what happens at 60. Balance, expecting it to push to 71, expecting it to chop at the 71, and then to start releasing to the upside towards 43, 78, 79 to consolidate up here. I don't know and I don't believe that it would take out the all-time high today, but it's very possible. I don't know of a catalyst right now that would push things to the point that we would push 24 points from the pullback at 60. Of course, we don't get a pullback to 60. We automatically adapt to the idea that the day range is likely to play out, and so it may. So if we open at where are we at now? 66. So if you open to 66, 66 to 84, 18 points, very attainable on the day session, statistically attainable. Send. So it's likely to get it. But if we get a pullback, then I'm not expecting it to push to all-time highs. The secondary open auction that consolidates, pushes higher, pulls into the 71, consolidates at the 71, and then starts to fall into yesterday's range, test the 60, the high of yesterday's range, and falls out of balance a little bit, pulls back to yesterday's point of control in the 52 area, and then it holds the mid-century figure 52 area before rallying a little bit into the close and holding into the close. So we're expecting higher high, higher low, no matter what today, and we're expecting it to hold steady. The question is, we know that there's a very high probability of a 71 test. This was the big resistance yesterday. It's likely to be pushed today. Does it go up there and remain in balance, or does it push the all-time highs? That's the question. We'll see what the order flow tells us. Just keep an eye on your platform, which I hope is Edge Pro X. At this point, you've seen how solid it is for active trading and order flow. But that's what we're looking for today. Higher low, higher high, and a market that's testing the primary scenario, pulling back a little bit towards 60, and I'm potentially pushing towards the 70, 78, and then the all-time high. Okay? Good luck today, and I'll catch you on Monday morning. Take care.